Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to another exciting episode of VYV Vino, brought to you by the Bro Tastes Network. Joining me today, as always, it is I, Phil Golden Corral, with the crew, the OGs. We're talking about Juan, the only legend, and the big tech daddy himself in One Piece. That's an anime reference. We got Luis Pablo.
So are we doing that, or are we doing the entrance we did last week?
I feel like last week worked well.
We're not.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not even recording, so I'm just having fun here.
Welcome to Bro Taste This.
Dude, this podcast is all over the fucking place.
I
We have
love
not been able to. I fucking hate it. I don't know.
I can't. I want to fucking stop talking about TV anything so bad.
Yeah,
This
same.
has been so gay. I don't give a shit about Jenna. I don't give a shit about Heidi Klum or Olivia Wilde, whatever dumb fucking bitches you guys are talking about, bro. I don't think anybody gives a fuck. Like,
I
What
agree.
about the relationship between Bad Bunny and Taylor Swift?
Yeah,
Dude,
that was
for
oh my
real.
God.
What happened there?
That's actually there's something there. Here, let's talk
Let's
about
look
something.
back into their how they looked at each other. Bring up a picture.
get the fuck out of
let's
here.
go.
I would literally rather listen to Phil's like conspiracy theories.
Conspiracy
That-
theories. It's
than
real.
that shit.
It's real, brother.
Now tell us about this pretend Thomas the Tank Train that fell over in Ohio or something.
What the hell is wrong with you? How are you gonna move on from like possibly the worst summer ever? If Bad Bunny and Taylor Swift hook up and break up, you know how sad we're all gonna be.
Oh, dude, my tummy.
Oh, what happened?
I
Milk?
feel like I'm gonna be pretty happy because Bad Bunny just made a heartbreak album about summer and it was pretty banging.
It was
Mhm.
pretty good.
And now he's gonna find joy and love, and
And
Taylor
it should have
Swift is
won
gonna
album of the year, but we won't
crush it.
talk about
Do you
that.
guys agree with the boycott of the new Harry Potter game?
Oh, the Hogwarts Legacy.
I do to support
Yeah.
my friends in the trans community, like Philip.
Wait, why is there a boycott?
Oh, because J.K.
Well, it's
Rowling.
because
Mhm.
yeah, J.K. Rowling said that like she believes in biology, and then all the trans people were like boycott everything Harry Potter.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
she's
she's
been
her.
persistent about that for years. She's like, a woman's a woman, and if you got a dick, you're a guy. You know, stuff like that. Just not laying off of it. But I think I read recently from Variety that she's wants to resend some of wants to resend some of her comments from the past because all this negative publicity of the game and eventually this does hurt the IP of.
I read that you can capture and torture people in the game, so for that fact alone, I'm gonna buy it.
You can do that.
In fact, you're gonna buy 3 copies, right?
Yeah. In
Dude,
case
you would have been so good working in national security, Luis.
Oh my God! In fact, that's why I didn't enlist to the FBI because I would have had too much fun. But you can't laugh in the prisoner's face; like they're gonna know something's wrong. I'm like, yeah, we got your friend in the other room. He's ready to talk if you are.
It's like the army recruiters never walked up to me because they saw darkness in my eyes. They were just
Hey,
gonna
kid.
send me out there.
Hey kid. Nah, you're good. You're good.
It's like that one meme that was going around a while ago where it's like people think I'm out here saving the day, but really I just like to fight. It was like a cop.
Really, I'm just looking for trouble.
You're gonna be yelled at by your superiors. Soldier, are you hard? Are you aroused by
Always.
this, soldier?
Why are you always smiling when you're firing off your gun? Why do you laugh when you throw a grenade?
Is there something wrong with you?
I remember when we had career day at my high school, and I must have been a sophomore, so I was only like 15 or 16.
Mm-hmm.
But you just go to different, like, there was like trades, there's like colleges, and there was army recruits there. And somebody was like, hey, what makes you laugh? And I was like, seeing people get hurt. And they were like, what do you mean? And I was like, like Jackass and Steve-O and them. And they're like, maybe this one isn't for you. And then I just kept walking. I'm like, what was that for? And people talked about this stand that had a Call of Duty, and it was like for the army. And I was like, I wasn't invited over. They didn't call my name or anything. But you know, we
Dude,
all
you're
we
the
all had
kind of
different
person that
paths.
gets screened out during the psych exam.
I'd be frontline infantry.
Yeah,
Be like-
you're the kind of person red flag laws get created for.
yeah, yeah.
Dude, I'd be if this is the case of like different job titles in the army and whatnot. I'm definitely whatever Jennifer Lawrence was in the Red Sparrow. I'm all like foreign intelligence. I'm the guy they sent in to like seduce like a world leader. I'm like, I go over to Ethiopia to give the regime leader my bedroom eyes, sultry and looks.
Dude, you make such a good lover boy. You're so right.
Well,
I love that you're just leaning into it. That's great.
My heart and my
'Cause
ass.
most leaders are men, which is great.
My heart
Did
and
you
my
straighten your hair for this episode?
my heart and my ass belongs to America.
Like,
Whatever
I'm
my
gonna-
country needs me to do.
I'm going to put them on the line for you, sir.
Yes, Mr. President. Yes,
And,
sir.
you don't want to edit that out, Phil, because what if we go to war? There've been a lot of tensions with China. They're gonna recruit you first.
Dude, have you guys seen? I don't know if your TikTok or Instagram or YouTube algorithms work like
Mhm.
mine, but I started getting a lot of Ukrainian live footage of people in war right now.
Damn, I want to get that. How do you get
Dude,
that?
I'll send it to you. You got to
Bro,
start liking
please
it.
send it to me.
Dude, I got one the other day.
Mhm.
That was this. It was hip hop music playing.
Bro,
and,
laugh harder. I want to get the effect like I'm there.
It's so fucked up. It's this dude looks over at the camera, and then they're like, they say something to each other, and without even aiming or looking, he just peeps his head over a roof of a house and fires an RPG like a bazooka, and
Yeah.
then immediately kneels down. So I'm like, all right, I gotta click on this dude's profile. Click on it. Next video is this guy hunched over, and then he peeks through the window and just unloads his AR, and then hunches over again. So this is live fucking footage of what's going on over there. I think it's fucking badass.
God
Wow.
damn.
Dude, we got to enlist.
That's
I'm
what you took
fucking-
from that? We got to be there?
Yeah, that's
dude,
what
it
you
looks-
said.
It looks fun as fuck. They're just out there with the boys, just like pop, pop, pop.
I'm
I don't know,
honestly, I'm more interested in getting in contact with his agent. Because if he's blowing up on Instagram and TikTok, he's got to be represented somewhere.
Here, we'll have to cut this out, but I'll show it to you guys right now.
He's got to be
It's-
like some kind of
it's fucking
agency.
bananas. Where is it?
Oh, they keep shooting down Chinese spy balloons, so we might have to be over there soon. They're gonna ship us out.
That's true.
Leo, are you signing up?
Oh, I'm already in the draft, so now they're gonna take our names first. We're all prime age males.
Yeah, bro.
When's the point where you age out?
30.
I
What's
think
up, dude? Not too far.
it was no, it's longer than 30.
What is it? 60 now?
Because it goes by sections, like because you can get drafted all the way to like 48.
No. Really?
They start off with the young people. If you run out of people, they'll go for the older people.
Yeah, that is true. Different drafts. Yeah, he's right.
So yeah, man, it looks
Supposedly
fun.
they're gonna run out of ammo by the summer, and they're gonna ask the Americans for more.
By this summer,
Yeah, because they're going through it so fast, they're gonna like go through $60 billion worth of equipment and ammo in like 4 or 5 months.
did you say billion?
Yeah,
We are.
Dude, I've been getting a lot of like videos like that, also like on Instagram and TikTok. And I'm not even like a big conspiracy person, but I saw that the reason why the U.S. is giving them so much supplies is to practice how to get that much supplies around the world. So when we go to war with China, they're ready because like they're like taking missiles, they're taking vehicles, they're taking guns, and to get all that supplies like all the way around the world, they have to practice. And I'm starting to get worried. When
All
we're
right.
going to war.
All right.
That's
he's
fucking
telling us-
crazy.
We're going to start the podcast now. This is perfect because I want to talk all about this now.
Wait, I heard similar things, and then I had also heard that like the U.S. supplies like China with a majority of its food, so it'd be very hard for them to act aggressively towards the Americans.
Well, they've been doing it. They keep sending all these balloons.
That's true, man.
Dude, those guys fucking saw that movie with Jackie Chan, Around the World in 80 Days. They're like, dude, let's do it.
By the way, there was, I think, 2 or 4 balloons. I can't remember. There was like 2 or 4 balloons during the Trump administration, and then it was never reported.
Well, yeah, no. The FBI or the intelligence agency was aware, but they didn't report it to Trump because they feared that he would have made a big situation about it.
We're going to kill their balloons. We're going to knock them all down. And we're going to go over there. And we're going to stop all the balloons from being made.
Dude, he retaliates by sending a blimp. Just one big fat balloon.
Dude, he would put a ban on helium. Even though they probably don't run on helium. He would ban it, create a shortage at all the Dollar Trees everywhere.
Oh, this is kind of full circle with China and Trump and all this stuff, right? There's a lot of controversy. Oh, it's impossible to not hear about this. Ohio just had one of the nastiest train derailments, right? And since after that, in the past 2 weeks, there's been 2 more train derailments. One in North Carolina and one in Michigan as of today, on February 16th. But a lot of people are saying that the issue to blame here is that during the Trump presidency, Obama had put special regulations for like cargo trains or cargo transportation that they had to have like these emergency brakes. But underneath the Trump administration, he rescinded that act, saying that like, oh, there's no need for these like safety precautions when it comes to the brake system. And a lot of people are blaming that at the moment that like
we need stronger brakes on all of our trains. We cannot do this without some safety.
I'm President Obama.
Trump came in and he's like, yeah, we're fuck all that shit, bro.
The guy that said that I was going to be president? Yeah, let's see that.
Yeah, let's say that. Fuck
Dude,
that.
A guy that looked like a Monopoly man gave him a bag full of cash that worked for the railroad industry. He's like, I got you, homie.
Big dollar sign on it too. Mr. President. Fuck all that shit, dog.
But doing business with you.
Flying all in the air.
Yeah. God damn. He had a mustache like mine. Except it was perfectly white. Not
away from all the stress.
Dude, that's fucked up, man. That's really fucked up. I fuck with trains. I like trains.
Oh man, that's the after effects of this. Ohio is like it's great. It's like just these death clouds all over the place. It looks like apocalypse.
Yeah, I saw that. It looked like a mushroom cloud.
Multiple clouds that look like mushrooms. And like oh, is it raining? No, it's just filled with vinyl chlorine or some shit.
Vinyl chloride.
Yeah, essentially.
Luis, you're our engineering expert. What is vinyl chloride?
I was about to look that up.
A report on that this week.
It's a type of chemical.
Chloride can be.
This type of chemical is a type of chemical that they use in PVC piping. So it's like
So it's all around us. Great.
Yeah, it's plastic. It's a type of chemical that's used in plastic, right?
Yeah, manufacturing of plastic or some sort.
Yeah. And it's crazy because I first off, I am not a chemist. B, I am not an engineer, and it's just trying to make sense of this is like bonkers. Because when originally the Ohio train derailed, the firefighters and like the emergency people set it on fire, set the chemical on fire to prevent the train.
I'm going to interrupt you real quickly.
What's up?
Congressman Jamal Bauman, nearly 1 million pounds of vinyl chloride were on this train. Now the EPA has confirmed it's entered the Ohio River Basin, which is home to 25 million people, one of the deadliest environmental emergencies in decades, and no one is talking about it. Could be some liberal propaganda. However, vinyl chloride is a human carcinogen, according to the National Career Institute. The colorless man-made gas is used to make polyvinyl chloride, commonly referred to as PVC. So you're correct. A type of hard plastic resin. According to the institute, the gas is linked to increased risk of a rare form of liver cancer known as hepatic angiosarcoma. The type of cancer accounts for only 2% of liver tumors, and according to 2018 Public Journal, is exceptionally deadly. So
We are
could
fucked.
be bad. It could not be.
No.
Obviously, it's bad when you have that much microplastics go into the air because, as we know, they decrease testosterone, and that's the last thing we want in an already decreased testosterone era. But
Well, not
yeah.
only does it decrease testosterone, but it
Not
like
looking good.
you just said, it messed up the water supply that is flowing to like what 25,000.
That's the really
people?
That's that was a big thing that really caught my eye, which is 1 million pounds of vinyl chloride were on this train, and now it's into the Ohio River Basin, which is home to 25 million people. So I think that's where we see the real issue.
And it's crazy because like it was carrying like thousands. There was 5 different carts with like 35,000 pounds of the chloride chemical bullshit, right? And one thing that I wasn't really aware of is that when you're transporting this cargo in a pressurized like container like that, it's essentially a bomb. That like any amount of pressure that gets through, and like
they call them bomb trains.
Yeah, and like these firefighters were like, "Holy shit! If this blows up, the catastrophe." I'm saying that wrong. How do you say that?
Catastrophe.
No, you said it right. It is
catastrophe.
Cat prophecy.
Yeah, you said it right the first time. I don't know why you tried to
The
correct
cat
yourself.
prophecy.
The cat prophecies are going to be bonkers. It's a bad layoff for everybody, and it's just the fact they were able to fight it by burning the chemicals. Which, if you look up as well, Luis, the byproduct of burning vinyl chloride is it produces hydrox. Fuck. What's that shit that's carbon that's bad for you? It produces a carbon slash
Carbon monoxide.
Yeah. Well, carbon monoxide, but with chlorine. So like it gives this carbon like superpowers with the fucking chlorine bullshit.
Oh, sick, dude.
Yeah.
Carbon is what all life forms are phased.
Is that live footage of the accident?
Yeah, this is actually photos from the incident on my background. I just want to give the people some context as we were talking about this story. Some understanding of the scenes from that day.
Who to blame?
This story just makes me realize that liberals have all the bad news. Honestly, I might be more conservative now. I have to deal with this every day.
Oh my god, dude! Yesterday,
like polluting the environment. Why can't they be more like Republicans and just be like, "We're gonna win. We're gonna win."
Yeah, this is all some bullshit. They just want to feed you lies.
Yeah, they like want to tell me that they're poisoning the air.
Yeah,
poisoning the water.
Yeah, yesterday I was on the treadmill.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yesterday I was on the treadmill at Planet Fitness.
Yep.
And they have TVs. It's like a Buffalo Wild Wings in there. I mean, they want to distract you from everything working out. They're like, yeah, we got fucking Pizza Fridays. We got Bagel Thursdays. We got TVs everywhere.
We got Family Guy on 3 TVs at all times. And
the Big Bang Theory is always fucking on in that gym. No matter where you look, Big Bang Theory is on somewhere. Yep. What I was getting at is I'm on the treadmill and I look up and it's Fox News. And no audio for any of them, but what I see on the screen is somebody had texted in a prompt and they said they should settle all debates in the Senate with a slapping contest. And then the Fox News correspondent proceeded to do this and make different slapping motions. And then I'm like, why is this guy so on board with this scenario? If this was any other news fucking mainstream channel, they'd be like, this is fucking crazy. We're not even going to put this on the screen. Like, who the fuck would send this in? But Fox News is like, we got our 7 o'clock headliner. What did we settle all debates with the slapping contest?
And for
they take like their prime time to talk about the M&M mascots. See, yeah. I want to be mad about that. I want to be mad about the green M&M not being hot enough instead of like environmental disasters. Like what?
Right. Yeah.
Talk about slapping contests for the Congress.
Yeah, you put on NPR radio and you're like, oh my God, we're all gonna die. You turn on Fox News.
Which senatorial slapping contest would be the most entertaining?
Dude, fucking Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton.
Oh, that'd be great.
She's a bitch, you know that.
I don't want to see Joe Biden versus Majority Taylor Greene.
Versus who?
Oh,
Marjorie Taylor Greene. Dude, have you seen her pull-up game?
Just
man?
the way
She's strong
that
as
he
fuck.
talked in the State of the Union makes me feel like he would put her in her place.
Bang. Shut up, bitch.
He's gonna take all the progress that women have made in the past 100 years, and like they're not even gonna be able to vote after that.
With one backhand.
Just
One fell swoop. Just start at one shoulder, end at the other. Just one fell swoop.
This is for civil
God.
rights.
he's
Dude,
not gonna
Herschel
slap her
Walker?
face, he's gonna slap through her face.
Yeah. Dude, Herschel Walker would sit some people down. People would be on their fucking knees after he would swing at them. He would make it, dude. He'd be president of the world if we instilled this idea. I mean,
He's not a senator though.
no, but had he won,
If they would have won,
well, he would have been, yeah.
If they would have ran this poll the way that they're talking about right now, he would have won the election in what, Carolina or whatever.
Back when Arnold
Georgia?
Schwarzenegger was running, God, dude, who would have stood against him?
Oh my God! Good luck,
Little as George W. Bush, dude, he would never made it.
dude.
He would never. 2001 invasion of Iraq would have never happened because
Dude.
he would have been like, "We're invading," and all the Democrats would. Dude, Al Gore would have stood up and been like, "Sit your little ass down, boy." Al Gore was like 6'2". Fucking bang! You would have slapped him the way Zion blocks most of the fucking layups that he does.
Smack. Oh, Zion Williams? Hell yeah.
Zion, yeah, exactly.
He's a
Dude, we should
beast.
instill this. You know what, Fox News?
They're
you
onto
flip me.
something.
You flipped me. I can see why it was such a hot topic.
This got flipped.
You know, something that we should talk about, some sort of fucking food related topics. Something that was brought up to me this week was, what country or continent food would you rather have for the rest of your life? So we'll start with two easy ones. North or South America?
It's just like a would you
North
rather kind of a
America.
thing?
Yeah. For the rest of your life, North
Okay.
or South America?
Ooh.
North America.
I agree with that one.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with North America. Because, hear me out. South America, it's more plentiful in like exotic fruits, veggies. You got the most beautiful, sweetest nectars you'll ever taste. God nectar, right? But America or North America, you got cheese, brother. You got burgers.
Hella cheese, yeah.
You got
Tacos.
agriculture.
And spices.
Yeah, don't forget tacos, bro. Avocados. I wouldn't be able to live without avocados.
Uh-huh. Well, I mean, technically, if you go to South America, avocados are there too.
Fuck you.
I think they're only grown in Mexico.
What's Mexico?
Fuck you, Phil.
Is that Central America?
Avocados.
Avocados.
No,
Have you had
Mexico's
an
North
avocado
America.
anywhere else? I had an avocado in Greece.
Yeah.
It tasted like rock.
What?
It was hard as fuck and it was flavorless. I'm like, what the
Bro,
fuck
are you
is
sure? Are you sure it was ripe enough to eat?
this? I didn't like go
They
out of my
served it
way.
like that?
They served it like that. It was like, oh, this is a tuna tartar with avocado. And I was like, Calispera. And then I had a bite. And I was like,
This is
He just
it.
bowed. Konnichiwa.
I took a bite and I'm like, this fucking sucks. This
It's a
is
part of
horrible.
Luis's culture.
This tastes like tennis balls. What about Johnny? Johnny, North or South America?
I'm thinking north as well because you have Mexican and like food, and you also have like barbecue, like cheese, shit like that. You know,
I might
like
even consider barbecue.
yeah. I mean, what other? I mean, I think that's like the only reason that, or one
You
of
would
the
keep
only
America
reasons,
in there?
yeah, that
USA?
you would keep it in there.
Dude,
Yeah.
wild shout, Canada. Canada's got some decent cuisine.
Like what?
Like
Decent.
what?
Decent.
French
the
fries
f-
and fudge or the cheese pudding
Yeah,
bullshit?
poutine.
Yeah, poutine, bro. Poutine is good.
Melted cheese and fries. What the hell?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like shit's basically nachos.
Yeah.
Not bad. French inspired.
all
They
right,
got
all right.
maple syrup.
They got a Tim
True,
Hortons.
true.
Tim
All
Hortons
right.
smacks.
North
Nah,
America.
Nah, Luis, defend that hill. What else is good about?
All right,
Canadian
moving on.
cuisine?
Moving on. We got North America against the Africas.
That just sounds racist. I don't want to do this anymore.
It's cuisine, bro. It's cuisine.
Can we just open it up to North America against the world? Which one would we?
No,
like,
no. Well,
rate as
because
better?
that's too easy. That's too easy. North
True.
America versus Africa.
Well, I mean, I seen the Lion
African
King.
cuisine.
I mean, I'm not ready to go dig underneath logs for bugs and stuff. So I don't know, like, if I'm gonna be ready for the Sahara Desert in Africa.
You're not?
No. I mean, just
Dude,
because I have the same body type as of Timon and Pumbaa combined doesn't mean that I'm gonna like be ready for the fucking Lion King.
I love that you assume that African cuisine is eating bugs.
I seen the
Yeah.
Lion King. I know what's up over there.
No, bro. You haven't seen those Nigerian videos of like where they have that giant fucking pot and then just slam it on the table and then they're like digging at dough and then eating it.
They're like, quickly eat this before it goes away.
Dude, South African cuisine looks amazing. I don't know about you guys, but
I
that
think
shit
a
looks
lot
like
of
it comes from like Avatar or some shit like that.
What the fuck is South African cuisine?
Yeah, listen to you uncultured swine, you
Yeah,
fucking asshole.
I mean,
Moroccan
like-
dishes look fire
Yeah,
too.
Moroccan dishes look amazing.
I've heard
Egyptian.
of cookies are called macron.
Yeah,
Macron cookies
Middle
are
East-
Japanese.
Where are we like putting the Middle East in?
The Middle East is
Well, Middle
definitely
East is
Asia.
Africa,
The
right?
Middle East is Middle East.
Well,
Asia.
like Middle East. Well, because I know like Egypt is Africa. And that's like Middle
Yeah.
East type. And
Yeah.
like,
Egypt is
Turkey.
definitely but you're talking like if you're talking like India, obviously that's Asia.
Yeah,
Obviously.
I'm not talking
Yeah.
India. I'm thinking more like
Pakistan, Saudi Arabia,
You're talking
Yeah.
piece of the Middle
Iran.
East.
Yeah,
that is
like
all Africa.
Gaza,
Because
Israel.
I haven't
That's
really
Africa.
tried a lot of African foods, but I've tried a lot of Middle Eastern foods, and
Yeah.
that's what I was like getting to.
You know what?
because like I
The
don't
Middle
think.
Eastern
Well, have you
food
guys
is pretty
tried a lot of
fucking good,
African
man.
food?
Did you-
I've tried Moroccan food and that shit was fucking phenomenal.
we
So
had
are you going
We
North
had
America?
I had
Or
a lamb
Africa.
tagine that was fucking phenomenal. It came in a little like stone oven thing that you like took the top off, and it was awesome.
but wait, lamb's more Middle East though. If we're gonna be like African food, then like African food, brother.
But this was a Moroccan food, like
Still
Morocco
technically,
is
yeah.
Africa. What do you
Yeah,
want
but
me
they're
to
like
do?
they're like the white Africans in Morocco.
Yeah, thank you, Leo. See, Leo and I are culture. We go around the world. We call it as it is.
Yeah.
You
They
guys,
got colonized. What do you want them to do? That's like going to South Africa and being like, y'all are whites. Like they got colonized. You want them to like get rid of them? What?
I do like this discussion topic here because
All right, we need a decision. Are you
Okay.
going Africa or North America?
well, okay,
Fine.
here,
I think
Final
we're-
vote.
I think
Final
everyone's
vote.
like too ignorant, or like we're not too like familiar with African cuisine.
we had
So are
African
we-
cuisine during a bachelor party in Chicago. We went to Nando's Chicken.
That's
Bro,
Portuguese.
That's Portuguese.
You idiot. All right, we won't count that one. We are too unfamiliar with African cuisine to really stake a battle against it. So
Yeah, that's a really good
What
way
a-
to put it.
Is
What
it a
about
barbecue? I thought
North
it was just
America?
barbecue.
North America against Europe.
North America against Europe?
Yeah, North America against
Oh,
Europe.
North America again. Even though European food is statistically, scientifically much healthier and better, but I just can't.
According to who?
According to all the rules and regulations that America has gone through,
Not true. Not true.
they're
They're just as fat as we are.
no. Well, I mean,
What do you
yes,
mean?
yes.
No, they're not. We're like number one.
Europe, England's pretty hefty. They're hefty fellers.
The French are getting there.
Yeah, but the English have the worst food in all of Europe.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Who's
Yeah.
who's counting the English in this, bro? They suck. Have you had an English breakfast? It's fucking bland.
They put beans on their bread. What the fuck?
Disagree.
That's a
English
British breakfast.
looks like one of their only good foods.
Honestly, though, the English probably have the best food in Europe. Have you tried fish and chips? Smack.
Listen to this.
That
guy.
would not be my go-to.
No, too much. All
The
you can
fish
do-
and chips are so good.
All right. So let's see.
You guys are completely
Like if
discounting.
we're comparing North America, to Spain, France, Italy,
yeah.
maybe like Turkey.
Honestly, though,
That's what Europe is.
North America. Just
Yeah.
because like everything in Europe, we just take and
Greece.
make better.
This
Okay,
is
we're
tough.
saying
Like,
like
have
you
you
can
ever
only
tried-
have North American style food. You can't have like North American amalgamations of like Like you can't be like Olive Garden is technically American.
Yeah.
Like
That's
that
a
is
really good stipulation.
like
Yeah,
that
but
is
then
still an Italian.
that takes away like all the foods in like North America because like tacos aren't
No.
technically Mexican.
Yeah.
But those are like majority Mexican. Like barbecue is majority American. Like obviously food is going to be like inspired from like different areas, but like what is consistent to that region?
Honestly, still North America, just because like how variety it is. Like seafood boils. Have you guys ever had of that? So good.
Yeah, that does
Jambalaya,
Yeah, that's North American. That's more
That
like
is definitely
fried,
Cajun.
like
exclusively
fried
North American.
When you
catfish,
guys are saying
fried
North
gator.
America, are you guys just saying like the U.S. or are you guys saying like the whole
No,
continent?
Mexico. I'm saying Mexico. There's a lot of
Okay.
Mexican
Mexico,
dishes that I would
Canada.
not be able to live without.
Poke from Hawaii and like Indonesia. Those poke bowls, those are so good.
Oh yeah.
Well, they eat a lot of sushi down there in like Hawaii and like those Polynesians. Would that be like considered Japanese or also theirs? Because they have like their
What's
own different take on it. And that's
see
good. Like I've been
that's
to like
tricky.
those like poke like restaurants where they have like the little they're not exactly sushi, but they like look like sushi and those are good.
I guess
Well,
I don't
this-
want to be a stickler, but isn't Hawaii technically Pacific then?
But it's still like in the North America region because there's no Pacific continent, you know.
And it's ours too. That's American
Yeah.
soil, baby. We got troops down there.
That's USA, baby.
So are we going north? I think I'm gonna go Europe in this case because there's a lot of Italian food that I really really love, and then also like some French food that like would be very difficult to not be able to enjoy. And Italian is the one for me, but then there's a couple of other like countries that'd be like, damn, that is pretty good. So I'm going Europe.
Sacre bleu. I'll go America. Fuck
Americans.
your freedom fries.
All right, Leo.
Freedom toast, baby.
I think I'm gonna have to go with North America too. It's kind of hard for me to give up on spices.
Yep.
Wow.
Why do you
Just
say
'cause,
that, Leo?
It's because like I've tried
What
so
are
many
you
like
talking
different.
about? The
When I
average
say
person cooks with
spices-
salt and pepper here. What are you talking about?
No, I'm
The
talking
Mexican
about like
food, bro.
Mexico.
Oh,
It literally like
Mexico
Mexican food
carries
is
North
some of the
America.
only
that's
food
that's true.
I enjoy an Italian food, but it's like tastes so herby, and sometimes I just want that spice. Doesn't even have to be spicy, but you know, like
I
just
get what you're saying.
Yeah.
You like the heat.
Yeah, the heat, just like that spice, that tingle in your tongue, and like
Fair.
so many places in Europe just don't use it.
All right.
Like the French are afraid of spices for some reason.
Ooh.
It's all
They
butter.
conquered half the world for them, and they don't use them.
That's England, bro.
All right.
Yeah, tell them to use
All
it.
right.
Let's talk about the
final round.
Asia.
Asia.
Asia, I feel
See,
like
I think they stand a chance
dominates.
against some
Hands down,
yeah.
Asia.
they dominate. Like
Hands down.
you're talking India. Yeah, obviously Russia's in there too, and there's a lot of other countries,
Mhm.
but like there's a few that just like Japanese food is amazing, Chinese food's amazing,
Yep.
and like Indian food is fucking phenomenal.
Yep. Asia definitely works on this one, but if we're looking at USDA health regulations and all this shit, out
Is
of
that something you're specifically looking at? Is
Tell
that
him,
something
Tucker.
you?
Tell him, Tucker.
out of all those hemispheres, we just talked about how Europe is actually the best one, but their food sucks. America's like number one, but we're so fat over here. Asian culture, like the hemisphere of like Asia, best food. You got Indonesian, you got Japanese, you got
You
Philippines.
lived there for 3 months.
4 months. All that shit, right? Very cool. I gotta be accurate here, folks. We're news, damn it. We're entertainment.
Yeah, we're not some fucking liberal media.
But see, the problem with that though is like some of these like ways to make the food is kind of like old style or traditional. You know what I mean? For example, there's this one method of cooking eggs in China where they used to use urine of children. No shit. But since that became taboo, they switched it to using horse urine. They put horse urine and they let the eggs boil in it. That's why the egg yolk is so yellow. This is no lie. This is no like weird conspiracy theory. This is legit. They use horse pee to like get the juices soaked in the eggs. So if you go out there and like everyone knows about Chinese gutter oil, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say, fuck that. Have you heard about gutter oil? That shit
Yeah.
is gross.
So you got yes, Asian
I don't think
food.
that's why the yolks are yellow though. Have you
No.
cracked the egg? They're all
It's
yellow.
horse urine. You didn't know that?
That's horse urine.
All the yolks are yellow though.
Yeah, but this is more of a sweeter yellow.
Yeah, that one's like highlighter yellow, bro.
Like, have you guys
Yeah,
ever cracked
It glows in
a
the dark
cage-free
yellow.
chicken egg and it looks way different than a regular chicken egg?
it's
Yes.
It looks
fucking like
super yellow.
looks dark orange and shit.
Shit, Mexican
Yeah.
eggs look fucking dark yellow too. Yeah.
Scary.
But I mean, so that's my only thing I would have to say about Asian food. That like, yes, it's the best. It's culturally all over the place. Same with tacos, right? But some of the preparations for it is, I don't know if I'm ready to eat Chinese gutter oil or horse
But
pee.
you're choosing what you eat anyway. Like you're not
Yeah,
gonna
but
go.
you don't know where like
I see
a lot
your
of the
argument.
times there's like a black market and it just gets sold and it goes into the supply line.
I apologize for raising my voice. You have won this argument.
Hey,
What the
don't
fuck?
apologize to me. Apologize to America, baby. USA.
So for you guys, it's North America against Asia. For me, it's definitely Europe against Asia. I think Europe takes it for me.
Oh,
I think I'll stick with European cuisine over the Asian. There's a lot of Asian food that I like
it's probably the
and
best.
that I
honestly.
eat very, very commonly. That doesn't make any sense. That I eat very frequently.
Yep.
Yeah. But I don't know if I could stray away from any of the European dishes that I normally eat.
I mean, what can't you give up for European dishes? Pasta.
Yeah, man.
I mean, like.
Yeah, I mean it's not
that's-
just like pasta, but it's like, dude, I use so much like Italian style cooking in the way that just because like I worked at an Italian restaurant for so many years that I use extra virgin olive oil, garlic, and I'm making bruschetta almost all the time, like
Oh.
in different sauces and like pasta dishes, like all that.
When
Like,
you said
it's-
Italian style cooking, I thought you were saying like you have a habitual cocaine problem and you constantly got to take breaks to the bathroom and come back like, oh, let's get this pasta going. Let's make the red
I
sauce
wish.
white.
No, but yeah, I think just the way that I enjoy food, I think it's for me, it wouldn't even be a question of like
Take
You know-
yourself like cooking out of it then.
what I would like to enjoy. I think for
Yeah,
me, it's
like-
still like Europe and North America. Like I would still like if someone had to make a dish for me every single day, if I had a personal chef, I'd be like, yeah, just make me Mexican food every single day and make it in a way that I wouldn't like be obese. Use fucking almond flour and rice flour instead of all-purpose flour for like sopes and fucking tortas and all that shit.
Yeah. Put some ghee butter instead of using that stupid fucking country crook butter.
Dude, my grandmother, I remember I was like, man, how does all her food taste good? One time I saw her make something and she put like a cup of fucking lard literally into a fucking pan. And I'm like,
It's so scary.
I'm gonna die.
This is why I'm
And guess
breaking
what?
out in acne.
I
Fuck
ate her
me.
food.
That's why
So fi-
Mexicans are so like pimply as kids.
I think Mexico leads the race for obesity.
Yeah, it's 1 and 2 between Mexico and the US all the time.
Dude, it's gotten so bad in Mexico that like the Mexican government's like, we gotta ban sugary drinks because you parents can wash your kids good enough. We got too many fat kids running around. We gotta ban all cokes. It's true though, because like when I went out to in Mexico City, I went into like a convenience store. This was like 2017, I think, right? Yeah. Wow, damn, time flies by. But I went out there to Mexico City to get a Coca-Cola because I always heard of like, oh, a real Mexican Coke is like super sweet and all that stuff. But I fucking couldn't get one because they weren't selling them at the convenience store. I'm like, oh, like there's a ban on sugary drinks right now. Like this is bullshit. I'm American, don't you know?
Did you pull out your passport and like, are you gonna serve me now?
It'd be funny as fuck if like soda and pop is like behind a glass counter the way that like liquor is in America. Like, yes, here's my passport. Please give me 3 Cokes.
People
Please.
crossing the border for that sweet sugar.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. So final vote, you guys are still going North America over Asia?
Oh, I'm going Asia.
You're going Asia? Tell us why. Why does Asia win over the North Americas?
Well, because of variety. Like, how can you, like Japanese cuisine is one thing, right? It's so different from Chinese cuisine. Within China, there's like 5 different styles of cuisine because China's so diverse. Within India, there's like another 5 different styles of cuisine because India is so diverse. Like, yeah, I mean, when you're putting it up between like all those like regional staples in those places, and then the regional staples in the Philippines and Thailand, Malaysia. Yeah, it beats pasta for me, and it beats tacos for me as well.
Damn, that's tough.
Yeah,
Philly?
like I don't even I it's not even that close. I love all those things, but like to compare like an option of like 30 things versus like 5 to 10 that I really enjoy, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think I would have to go with Asia as well. Even as the formidable or questionable health and safety food regulations that they don't apply
Yeah.
to.
In a perfect world, you know.
Yep. In a perfect world, I wasn't watching TikTok videos of these
Gutter oil.
gutter oil or these ladies getting rats off and deep frying them and selling them in the Philippines. That's the thing.
Delicious.
I love the dramatic pause though.
Delicious. Gee, that's disgusting.
Yeah, so I'm going Asian food in that one. Catch me at the Philippines.
For sure. For more than one reason.
Hee.
Leo, final.
Well, for me, I'm gonna have to go with like North America, mostly just because like
That's a true
I'm kind of a
American right there.
carnivore, and nobody does meats better than like the U.S. and Mexico. Because dude, like straight up, like you
Argentina.
go to like the South. No,
Argentina
I'm
eats
talking
more
about
red
like
meat than
brisket. You go to the South, you find an older black gentleman who has a little shack. He will give you the best brisket of your life. Or
Home
you go to
style.
Mexico where they bury those big ass holes and they smoke a whole pork. And then you try the tacos de carnitas that you know you can get sick, but you still eat like 10 of them. Dude, or like even like just something as simple as like those like smoked chickens that they have hanging on the windows all over Mexico. Like I honestly just like the meat part of it, like all the barbecue, the smoked meats, all that I love. I love so much, and nobody does it like Mexico, North America, just because like, dude, that meat is so good.
Damn it.
Especially like I said in the South, even like in Georgia and stuff, you will find some of the best barbecue, and like you're like, damn, it changes your life.
You're
You'll
making
be out in
me
the middle of the mountains, and you're like, they hate me for being Mexican, but it will change your life.
Is there any other
All I'm saying is there's a reason why the U.S. and Mexico are the number one fattest countries in the world. It's not because our food is bland. It ain't that.
That's a good point. I was just thinking, is there another culture that eats deer as much as America does?
it's got to be
I don't
Asia.
think any other country has as much deer as America does.
Yeah, because I'm like, I'm
We
thinking about
like
all
out
the
here,
hunting.
we killed off all the wolves and all the bears, and all the deers are just running rampant.
all the buffalo.
I don't know if
Yeah.
they have to have some kind of type of deers in Asia because
Do they though?
they have horses out there, so there's got to be some kind of like similar breed to it.
Joe Rogan talks about deer in India that people eat, but that are
That's
super
a good
hard to
point.
hunt.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
they'll
there's
literally pay you to get on a helicopter and shoot them down.
So
Pull that shit up, Jamie.
holy shit. Yeah. A couple of stags out there. Hell yeah.
Interesting.
So it's good that we went around the world, just like China is doing with their spy balloons, but we did it in the way of cuisine. And as ironically
Right on.
enough, I think China won, or Asia won on this one too.
Yo,
I think they did.
what about drink wise?
What about drink wise?
Like a spirit. If you had
Spirit?
to
Ooh.
like if you had to pick a country that produced the best spirits in the world,
Yeah, fuck the first 30 minutes of the podcast. We're deleting all that. The last 30 were the best so far. Juan, you bring up a good
Best
point.
spirits in the world.
Resident
like
bartender, why don't you start us off? You
well,
pick the argument.
okay, let's start with our region of the world and like let's have it defeat the others as they come up. So let's say you're the US. Out of the US, you have rye whiskey, bourbon whiskey, and probably some really good vodkas and probably some gins.
But
I still
isn't
consider vodka
But-
more European, no?
yeah? I was just gonna say
Yeah,
if we're
yeah,
gonna be
but like okay,
stereotypical.
yeah. But like if we're yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, if we're trying to make more stereotypical, then yeah. Let's say rye and bourbon. Those are probably
Americas.
like the big ones that are like American made and known for, and
Hell.
the big brands are usually Americans.
You can throw in their craft beers too, IPAs. We are killing
True.
it in the IPA city.
True craft beers.
Yep.
lost me
So let's
Well, I mean,
let's
if
say,
you
Well,
let's say those
doesn't
three
like
versus,
America
and
keep
let's break
winning
it down
at
by country because they're
the
so different.
okay,
Beer World Cup?
we won the Beer World Cup. What is that?
Just a bunch of random people are like, yeah, this is the best beer. And they all like, okay.
Oh, is that
By
why
the count
Milwaukee keeps saying that the Milwaukee's best because they won the beer cup? Beer, Milwaukee's best, the beer.
Yes, Phil, that's exactly how that happened.
That makes sense.
But let's say let's put up the U.S. against let's say against the region of Europe. Let's start that way.
Are we saying North America versus Europe, or are you saying USA alone?
Yes.
North
Yeah,
America.
Let's do it like we did last time.
Okay.
So North America. So in Mexico, you're gonna have
Tequila,
mezcal, tequila.
mezcal.
In the Caribbean, you're gonna have rum, which is fucking awesome. You're gonna have like all 5 different styles of rum.
We own the Caribbean too, right?
Yeah, well, that's North
Do
America.
we own?
That's a part of the continent.
we own them too, right?
That's a part of the continent.
They're underneath
and then
our payroll too, right?
in Canada, what would you have? You
Fucking
have
syrup.
like rye-based whiskeys. So that's what most like Canadian Club and Canadian or Crown Royal. They're typically more rye heavy. Just like it seems
Is
like the
it-
more north you go, the more rye heavy the whiskey gets because the more rye they grow.
If I remember correctly, Juan, you might be able to paraphrase this too. Canada and I believe Greenland were having a war of like, I think vodka or some shit like that. They were having a war of like who can make the best vodka during like World War II or something. There was some kind of issue at the war where they were going back and forth with like leaving a bottle in their territory, and they would Greenland would leave a bottle in Canada, and they would exchange different vodka bottles and all this shit.
I am not familiar with that story.
Mm-hmm.
Not familiar.
So I think vodka is also prominent in the Canadian history lore, or like as far as like rye whiskey and all this stuff. Is that any validity to that? Is
I don't know a big
vodka?
Canadian vodka, or else like I would like give you that, but I don't know a big one. So like let's just say it's not,
So I got up
Or
I got a website here called Wikipedia. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it.
Oh yeah.
I've heard of it. I haven't gotten around to check it out yet.
Definitely Canada leads the race in Canadian rye whiskey. United States, we're known for bourbon whiskey. And then, the Americas, I mean, there's rum specifically, and Mexico tequila, mezcal, pulque, and brandy, actually.
Brandy?
Oh, yeah, there's a good amount of brandy that comes out of California.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, let's go on. Let's compare that to
Europe.
Let's say Europe, which has vodka,
gin, London Beefeater. Come on,
red wine.
Red wine is crazy.
Schnapps. Schnapps, you said?
Yeah, schnapps are Germany specific.
Oh yeah,
I guess.
Where's
But fruit liqueurs aren't that like you can get them like a lot of different ways. It's just sugar and water and vodka.
Yeah, port wine from Portugal.
Yeah.
What did you say, Leo?
Absinthe.
Rum chata.
Where's rum chata from?
That's Mexico.
Rum, bro.
They should be the winner.
Whatever region carries that. England has gin, and actually, I mean Irish whiskey. That's a completely different. Scottish whiskey.
Scotch. Yeah, Scotch, vodka, gin.
Oof. Dude, this is a tough one. I think, honestly, the rest of the world,
Sucks.
America. No, I mean there's some Asian liquors. There's not that many, so it really is between just the Americas and Europe.
It's a pretty heavyweight battle. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's like the list of. All right, so that's a pretty good argument. Would you rather go Americas or Europe? I mean, that's kind of it.
And it's kind of hard because like I literally like the only ones I really do drink are just like tequila or gin.
It's tough.
I like
tugging at you in two different ways, right?
Yeah, it's like telling me because I like whiskey, but half the time I don't even know where it comes from. Like I like the whiskeys I get in like old fashions and like
Most of the time it's
or
bourbon.
like the Irish whiskeys we tried, but you know I don't know where they're from.
Ireland.
This is tough.
But I know, but like when I get a whiskey, I'm not like, oh, where's it from? I just know it's good.
Blue Label, nothing less, please. Damn, dude, this is tough for me because like all I drink is either wine or tequila, and then everything else just kind of falls in second and third place of like gin. I really like gin, but like I never really drink it. I really like whiskey, but I never like. I like most things, but then I never really drink them. So
I
it
think
really
you kind of like once you find your tequila bottle, you kind of just stick with that. Because that's how I was. I would be like trying to buy like vodka and like whiskey and all that. But once I found out that I don't mind like the 1800s or like the Jose Cuervos when you're feeling fancy, Cazador, tequilas, you're kind of just stick with those because you know it
that's a
has a
good
good
point.
flavor.
See, it's
Yeah,
tough because growing up, I was always like, by growing up, I mean like in my teens and all that shit, whiskey guy, early 20s, right? Woodford, Lexington Steel, Kentucky, all this shit, Gentleman Jack,
Lexington Steel, the porn star.
Is that what I said? Yes, very very much into whiskey and all the whiskey byproducts. But as I got older, my taste changed, and I'm more into gins and like you said, wine, more European filler now, more of the Irish whiskey, you know. So it's tough because like my patriotic side, my duties, it's got to go America, but my heart,
Yeah.
my heart's
Let's bring
all
it over
gin.
to Johnny. I wonder what your opinion is.
Dude, for me, it's
I see what you did there. Nice pun. European.
for me, it's
Damn
gonna be I'm gonna side with the Americas. I'm a big rum guy. I think rum is like super underrated even still like in 2023. Like it's only really big with like bartender types or like cocktail nerds and people like that. Um, and also people who are from the region, you know, like if you're from the Caribbean or Cuba or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I think rum carries it pretty big for me, and I think mezcal carries it pretty big for me. I think mezcal is like a more approachable scotch in my opinion. Like I've been like seeing it behind the bar. Like mezcal is a much easier to sell than like a smoky scotch, but it's like a much more enjoyable smoke. Rather than like the just like overkilling that sometimes you get with like a Lafroig or one of those like Islay Island scotch, which just makes you feel like you're like licking an ashtray, you know? Um,
It's kind of
so
funny because that's what I like from certain scotches. Like the more smoky and peaty they are, that's
yeah,
what I
yeah.
enjoy.
I think that's the psychopath in you, bro.
So,
It's that psychopath in you. You know, remember that black coffee study about black coffee enjoyers like are psychopaths and or people who enjoy bitter flavors are psychopaths. I think
spot on. Spot on.
I think that's showing itself again, Luis.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then obviously like I haven't even mentioned like American whiskey. Like American whiskey is like seen as the standard. Like if you see on a recipe it says like just says whiskey, most of the time they're talking about bourbon. Like if it doesn't say Irish or it doesn't say rye whiskey, it most likely means like by default like a blended American whiskey, which is like the standard for a reason, you know? There's a reason people kind of have that I like that fantasy about being an adult and coming home from work and pouring yourself a cold one from your like amber colored beautiful goblet thing. And yeah, like that shit in there is probably gonna be whiskey or cognac, but
Yep.
and at least stateside it's gonna be whiskey.
That's all we
I
have
think you
left.
I think you summarized it really well. I think for me it's no question between Americas and Europe. For me it's easily Americas. Even though I drink mostly wine and tequila, I mean California wine isn't terrible. Even though I do prefer European, but no, I think you wrapped it up really well with everything you just said.
Mm-hmm. I like Juan was saying, definitely rum's underrated, and you know, you guys are more America. I'm more European when it comes to drinks. When it comes to cuisine, USA baby, USA all day.
And then Leo, I mean, you're pretty much sticking with the Americas all the way, aren't you?
No, I'll stick with the Americans because mostly I just drink tequila. Honestly, tequila with squirt, that's all you need. And then you kind of need the rest of your life.
Simple man. I
Yeah,
love it.
exactly.
Tequila
think-
squirt does kill.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I think that's it for the episode. I think all wrapped it up pretty well.
Hell yeah.
Perfect.
Guys, what another great episode. Thank you so
Great
much for
first half.
listening.
Can we take
Great.
that back for a little bit?
Non-existent first half.
Can we take that back a little bit?
Sure, whatever you want.
We'll start right there. Thank you so much, everybody, for another exciting episode. And don't forget to like and subscribe wherever you get this podcast. Share it to your family members. If you have any loved ones that are slowly, on the verge of death, fulfill their last wishes and show them an episode of Bro Taste This. Thank you all. Next week.
You think someone who's dying, his last wish is to listen to Bro Taste This? Even my dying wish, I'd be like, get those 3 motherfuckers out of here.
Will they ever make it? Will they ever all kiss each other?
Oh god, yeah. My dying wish would be like to get Bro Taste This to 500 subscribers. People are like, we can get him to 1 million. I'd be like,
Just fine.
Nah, 500 is good.
we'll stop at 500 just so that my dreams can come true.
It's gonna be a make-a-wish.
Yeah.
Or one of our fans gonna ask for a make-a-wish. He's gonna be like, will they ever kiss before I die?
Somebody from Ohio drinking the water, slowly dying.
What?
What? That took a left turn.
Yeah,
What
took a
the fuck?
massive left turn.
Make your wish. And my next wish is for you guys all to tune in next week.